What's going on? Vincent Rappisardi, BigBlueUnbiased.com. Thank you to those who've liked, commented, and subscribed. I really appreciate it, guys. Make sure to turn notifications on so every time I post, you get a notification and you can come join in on the conversation. We are well over 1,000 subscribers now, so I really appreciate those who have subscribed. Starting to take off here, starting to build a good audience, unbiased sports community. So that's the goal here. So in this video, I want to talk about the Giants' depth chart. They have released their first depth chart, some interesting decisions there. And DeAndre Baker, I have to talk about him. The Giants have released him. They've moved on. And it's something I told you would happen months and months ago. So let's start with the Giants' depth chart. Both Oshane Ximines and Lorenzo Carter are starting at the edge rusher spots in a base 3-4 defense for the Giants, those outside linebacker spots. Lorenzo Carter, not much of a surprise there, played 65% of snaps last year for the Giants on defense, and he had 3 sacks in their first scrimmage, so it looks like he may be taking the next step in his career. Oshane Ximines, he had 45% of snaps played last year, and this is a guy I told you about. I did a video on this months ago, and I said this guy, potential to really break out and have a great year. Here is the video. He only played 45% of snaps last year, and only 269 snaps as a pass rusher. Aside from just registering 4.5 sacks, he had 12 quarterback pressures and 9 quarterback hits. He also had a missed tackle percentage of 0%. Last season, Marcus Golden had 509 snaps as a pass rusher. If Golden doesn't return and Ximines takes on a similar role, he's projected to have 8.5 sacks, 23 quarterback pressures, and 17 quarterback hits. For reference, 17 quarterback hits would actually be more than what Yannick Ngakoue and Dante Fowler had last year. Also, that 0% missed tackle percentage is really interesting. And not that a 0% missed tackle percentage guarantees that a player is a great run defender, but it certainly shows that they are a strong tackler. And the fact that Ximines is already displaying the trait of being a good tackler, that bodes well for an increased amount of snaps not only as a pass rusher, but as a run defender and a legitimate starter on the Giants defense. DeVante Downs will also be a starter. Joe Judge had some nice things to say about him during camp. David Mayo's hurt. Ryan Connolly has been waived. DeVante Downs will be a starter for the Giants. It looks like it for week 1. Rookie offensive tackle Andrew Thomas will be starting at left tackle. I talked about this for many months. I thought he should have started at right tackle, but that was also before Nate Solder opted out. Once he opted out, it looked like he was probably going to start at left tackle. I brought up the idea maybe play Cameron Fleming at left tackle, at least for a couple of weeks, just to get Andrew Thomas used to like actual game action, not just scrimmage action, but legitimate game action, play him at right tackle, and then kind of put him over when he's ready, and obviously that will not happen. The Giants are going to start Andrew Thomas at left tackle. Cameron Fleming will start at right tackle. Corey Ballentine will also start for the Giants. Not a great move. I understand they have very few options, but 14.6 yards per completion last year he allowed, Corey Ballentine, pass rating of 126. Remember, against wide receivers, the Giants were targeted the 18th most in the NFL, but they allowed the 3rd most touchdowns and the 2nd most yards. So they were not very good in their secondary. I've said this many times. Top 5 teams in pass defense EPA last year were 57 and 23. The bottom 16 teams in that category, only 4 made the postseason. You have to be good against the pass in 2020. You have to be. You have to have a good pass defense. You just have to. So right now, this is not a great situation for the Giants. They traded for Isaac Yiadom. He's listed right behind Corey Ballentine on the depth chart, but still, that's not a great option for the Giants either. Okay, so the final thing I want to talk about is DeAndre Baker. He has been released. I told you on YouTube, I told you on Twitter, I said, look, when they kept him out of their virtual team meetings, that told you all you needed to know. It's not like they needed him there at practice the next day at 7:30 in New Jersey. He literally could have just downloaded the Zoom app and talked to his teammates and his coaching staff. And when you consider that he had a new head coach, new defensive coordinator, bunch of new coaches everywhere, right? Some new teammates. He needed to be in contact with his new coaching staff, and the Giants said, we'll pass. So that's all I got. Vincent Rappisardi, BigBlueUnbiased.com. Thank you to those who've liked, commented, and subscribed. I really appreciate you guys, and make sure to follow me on Twitter, @Vince Rappisardi. Thanks again, Vincent Rappisardi, BigBlueUnbiased.com.